Hi all, today we will talk about class overriding in Python. When we say that we want to go for class overriding, it means that we want to change the behavioral aspect of any class. So it can be a single parent class or multiple parent classes. In case of class overriding, we try to change attributes or methods of parent classes. In the case of class overriding, we need to provide underscore init underscore method in child class. In class inheritance, if you have remembered, we do not use underscore init underscore method, but in class override, we need to use this init method to confirm to Python that we want to go for class overriding. So first, I will define a class called calculation. So it is the docstring of this class. Then this is the init method, which is accepting a, b positional arguments and other keywords argument. And these are the different methods like summation, multiply, mix, extra sum. Now we will see first correct way of class overriding in Python. Over here, I have used this init method, as well as what I have done is I have used this calculations base class name or parent class name, then its init method, and I am providing all the required arguments that this base class will require. So first I will execute this cell, then as soon as I will instantiate an object or an instance of this class, we will not get any error. And now from this child class called cal inheritance, I can access all the methods and attributes of parent class, that is calculation. So as you can see that I have got this summation, multiplication, answer of this mix method, extra sum, and extra. As you can see that for this cal.extra, it's saying that it is a method from calculations class which has been bound to this cal inheritance object, that is cal. Okay, now another appropriate way or another legitimate way to define class overriding in Python is over here I have used this super method. Okay, so init method is for child class, and this super denotes all the parents class, all the base class. Right now I have used only single base class, that is calculations. So what it will do is, using this super method, I am providing all these attributes or all these parameters values to this calculations base class. Now I will again instantiate an object of this class, child class, called cal inheritor, and again I will get the same result. Another third legitimate way, this is my child class, this is my base class, and over here instead of calling super method or providing the base, I'm just instantiating these attributes with their respective values. So it's also a legitimate way, correct way. So again, I will get the same result over here. Till now, in single class overriding, we have seen three methods through which we can go for class overriding. One is either using self keyword. Over here, we have provided super method, and over here, we have used specific parent class name or base class name to provide the respective values. Now let's talk about multi-class overriding. Now I will define another class called say hi. What it will do, so it will just return hello and whatever the name parameter value will be there. So hello name. Okay, and this is my second class calculation which I am defining. So over here calculations and say hi both are the parent class or base class. Over here I am again defining a child class called cal inheritance having two parents or two base classes called calculations and say hi, and over here again I am providing attributes their respective values like using this self key. And over here I have instantiate an object or an instance of this child class called cal inheritance. So this cal is an object of this cal inheritance child class. Now if we see that what are the methods or attributes that I can access using this child class, so it will be of both the parent classes like a, b, extra sum. So greetings is from say hi class. Okay, now if I say cal dot greetings, so again it will provide me the statement that it is the method of say hi class which has been bound to this cal inheritance object. Cal extra, so as it is the method from calculations class, so it will tell me that it is the method from calculations class bound to cal inheritance object. And if I say cal dot greetings, so I will get the answer hello Nayan. Cal dot extra, so I will get all the keyword arguments in dictionary format, that whatever the keyword argument I have provided. And these are the other methods that I can use to confirm like rather cal is an instance of calculations or not. So yes, cal is an instance of calculations, it's an instance of say hi as well, and it's an instance of cal inheritance as well, because cal inheritance was the child class and say hi and calculations were the parent class. Now if I say inheritance is a subclass of calculations, yes. Inheritance is a subclass of say hi, yes. Okay, now in the same way, like in which we have seen single class override, we will see multi-class override. So what I have done over here is, instead of providing attributes their respective values using self keyword, I am explicitly calling this different parent class or base class and providing their respective values. So in calculation, I need to provide values of a, b and other keywords argument, whereas my say hi class accepting only name keyword argument. Now in multi-class override, I would like to show one way through which super method will not work. Over here, as you can see that in upper portion, we have seen that calculation class is accepting different number of arguments and say hi class accepting different number of arguments. Then I will execute this cell, which will instantiate an object of the child class. Now if I execute this cal.extra, which is the method of calculations class, it will provide me the values, but as soon as I try to execute this cell cal.greetings, it will tell me that the object has no attribute name. Why? The reason being, this super method has provided all these values called a comma b comma double star keywords arguments to calculations class only. It has not provided any value to this say hi class. Okay, and that's where it is providing me the error. So you can see over here that in child class and its init method, I have requested for this name parameter, but in this super method I have not included this name argument, and that's why we haven't got this parameter value in this say hi class. Now let's see if I provide this name parameter value in this way. So over here I will again execute this cell where I will provide the values of name a comma b comma keywords arguments. Okay, I will execute the cell again, and over here what I will do is I will again provide the value called null. Okay, and I will execute this cell again. So you can see that I have got this error that multiple values for argument name. What I will do is I will again change the name of this keyword argument, and I will re-execute the cell. Okay, and this time I have got another value that calculation take 3 positional arguments, but 4 were given. Why? So the scenario over here is this super method is trying to provide all the parameters, positional arguments and keyword arguments and their respective values to this calculations class itself. It is not going to this another class called say hi, and that's where as in calculations class we are accepting only a, b and keywords argument. This name parameter is extra, and that's where we are getting this error. Instead of 3, we have provided 4 arguments. Now we will see that how this super method will work with multi-class overriding. Over here I will define another class called say hi new, which will just ask a question like how are you and the name parameter value like how are you Nayan. Now I will define child class, child inheritance, two parent classes say hi and say hi new. Over here again I will use init method of child class and then use this super method to provide value of this name parameter to this both the class say hi and say hi new. Okay, so I have executed the cell, and now I will create an object of this child class called cal, and now I will execute this cell. So it will provide me like hello Nayan, how are you Nayan? As you can see that if parent classes having the same argument, in that case we can go for super method. But if both the parent classes or any n number of parent classes are not using same arguments, in that case super method will not work. Now we will see that what is the class extension. So extension of the class means we will inherit the properties of parent class and then we will add one or many method or in the child class. What I have done over here is I have defined a child class having two parent class, and apart from having methods from calculations and say hi, I have defined another method called pi value of the child class. So I will execute this cell. Now I will create an object of this class. Well, I will provide the value of pi like this. I will execute this cell, and now I will execute this. As you can see that I am able to access both the parent class methods. One thing that I would like to showcase over here is, as you can see over here, that cal.pi value, it is the method of cal inheritance, which is a child class, and it has been bound to the object of this child class. Whereas this cal.extra is a method of calculation, which is a parent class, and it has been bound to cal inheritance object, which is a child class. So cal is the object of this cal inheritance child class. Last thing that I would like to showcase you that how search mechanism will work in class. So this search mechanism is related to methods. Search mechanism will start with the child class itself. Then if required thing is not available in child class, then it will go to look for the first parent class from the left side. Again, if the required thing is not available in that parent class, then let's say if that parent class has again another parent class, then it will go to look that particular thing in that particular parent class. Now again, that parent class does not have that thing, then it will try to find that particular requested thing in another second parent class from the left side. So I will explain it with one example. So over here, let's say I have defined a class called cal1, okay, and it will provide summation method which will sum two numbers like this. Now I have defined another class called cal2. Again, it has the same summation method, and over here it will provide me the multiplication of two numbers. So I am deliberately providing summation name of the method just to showcase how search mechanism will work. This is my child class called cal inheritance having two parent class cal1 and cal2. Now as I have mentioned that how search mechanism will work, that let's say if I say summation, so first summation method will be searched over here in this cal inheritance. As there is no summation method over here in child class, so it will first go to this cal1 class to find that summation method. For time being, think that cal1 does not contain this summation method, and again cal1 has another parent class. Let's say this is my cal1 and it's a again it has another parent class called calculations. What will happen that Python will go to this calculations class to search summation method. Suppose it has not got that summation method in that parent class called calculations as well. So what it will do is then it will go to this cal2 class to find the summation method. Over here, if Python has got this method called summation, then it will return that part, and if not, then it will result in an error that does not found. Okay, I will execute this cell. Now I will create an object of this child class cal, and if I say cal.summation, so you can see that I have provided two numbers 5 and 9 and iteration is 40. Now if I change the position of these two parent classes called cal2 and cal1, so earlier it was cal1 and cal2, now it is cal2 and cal1. So I will execute this cell, then execute this cal, then execute this cell, and again if I say cal.summation, so this time multiplication of num1 and num2 is 45. But as you can see that by changing the position of parent classes, the result of method can be changed. Okay, so whatever the first method found from whatever the class, Python will return that particular method and its respective answer. That's it for the day. Thank you everyone for watching this video.